You don't need to be 6'8". You don't need to have 100 pounds of muscle. You don't need to be the funniest in the world. You don't have to have all the money in the world, drive the nicest cars, have the best clothes, best shoes, best everything. The reason I'm saying all this is because you think you require all of that for approval, while not asking yourself, what is the point of this approval? What is the point of this validation? Is it going to be something that brings you closer to yourself? That's what it ultimately comes down to. Are you more at peace with yourself with all the things you're trying to do to get approval from exterior sources? Whether if that's from the opposite sex, from your peers, people on social media, society in general. You want to be accepted. That's what it comes down to. Your eagerness to be accepted is going to force you to think that you need to self improve to the point you're invincible. But unfortunately, if you don't have acceptance within yourself, nothing will ever be enough. You'll never be enough. 6'8" guys have struggles. 5'2" guys have struggles. Rich people have struggles. Poor people have struggles. Am I saying that more money isn't going to help you in certain situations? I'm definitely not saying that. But to base your whole life on superficial things is a recipe for disaster. All those things are advantages in certain ways, absolutely. But a lot of you are so narrow minded that you think it's the end all be all. This is where you contemplate. You have to be who you are. I don't mean the you currently, I mean the best version of you. That means you're gonna have to do some work to find that out, to reach your potential. Because all these messages around the media speaks about things to get you outside of your authentic self. And I'm not speaking about authentic self from the standpoint of, oh, you're great just the way you are, all that. No. You're great being you and expanding on you. You're great being you by taking who you are now and improving upon that individual to be the best you possible. Not to be like another person, not to think like another person or do the things other people think is cool. You understand what I'm saying? So all that validation you're looking for or acceptance is ultimately going to destroy you because as people, we can be very greedy. Once you have something, it's not what you expected. You want more to the point there's nothing. You have to be enough to yourself. And I don't want you to misconstrue my words. Be enough to you, but also want to take you and keep improving. If you're getting a new phone every year, if you're getting any kind of new tech, new clothing, new shoes, eating or trying new foods, traveling to more countries, it means that some part of you likes improvement, variety, all these things. So you should be doing that with yourself as well. You should be adding a new skill, getting leaner or getting more muscular, getting stronger, getting wiser as the years goes on. What's the point of something not growing? Something that isn't growing is basically dead. So I don't want you to misconstrue accepting yourself. Accept yourself, but take what you have and make them into advantages. Make them into things that make it so that you're so unique that you don't need the other things that you think you need. You don't need to be 7'8" or 6'8". You don't need to have a Lambo. You don't need to be the richest person in the world. You don't need to be 6 foot, 6 pack, 6 figures. You don't need all those things. It helps to have a six pack. It helps to have six figures. And it helps in certain ways to be taller. But let's be real here. There's exception to rules. Be the exception. Be the exception. Be the exception. You can't just be so narrow minded that you think it's the end all be all. In this world, we all break rules. Nothing is set in stone. So what changes in this situation? You. You will have to be an anomaly. By accepting yourself, to the point you know what things make you strong and make you weak, and you expand on those things. You make your weaknesses stronger, and you make your strengths something that is masterful. You see a lot of these individuals everywhere. People that defy the odds. Be that person. You don't need all of that. You don't need all of that. Because we're so greedy, all that may not be enough. So, you have to defy all those rules by focusing on you, focusing on what you need to get better at, not dwelling on your weaknesses, taking what is weak within you and make it stronger. You don't need to be 6'8". You don't need to be the smartest person in the world. You don't need to be the richest. You don't need to have all the materialistic things to attract the wrong attention. And it comes down to that. You're attracting the wrong attention. If you're hanging out with individuals polluting your mind thinking that you need those things. And that's the mainstream media now, advertising that to you. Saying that you're unattractive because you're not 6'8". Saying that you're unattractive because you don't have $1 million in your account. Saying that you're unattractive because you don't have designer clothes, luxury vehicles, living in yachts and all these things. Don't listen. A true man, a true leader, leads by example. They don't follow what other people are doing. You know what's funny? Look where the crowd is going. The crowd thinks all these things. And guess what? In many cases, you cannot control all those things. You can't. You may be able to get more wealthy, but if you make $99,999, you're not making six figures. So what? You're low value? If you're a good physique, but your abs aren't quite showing like a six pack, like you see on the advertisements or whatever, or you're low value. Or you're 5'11" and a half, you're low value, right? You can't listen to that. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You have to listen to yourself and you have to accept yourself. But you also have to keep expanding on what you have. That is life. You know what I'm saying? So I hope this video made you think a little bit. You don't need all these things to be successful in your way. You need to come to peace with what you have and do things to expand on what you have as well without dwelling on what people say. Because at the end of the day, where the majority goes, the quality is less, to be honest. If most people are flocking towards a certain direction, it's not always a good thing. It's not. You know what I mean? Be one of a kind. Be different. Think differently. Do different things. Be an anomaly. Be the one people look at and wonder, what does this person have going on? You know what I mean? Don't fit in. At the end of the day, the 666 message is an evil message. Why can't it be something different than that? Is it a coincidence that it's blowing up? Seriously, ask yourself that question. You don't need to be all these things. It's to the point guys will put their height in their profiles. Why? Why is that important? Soon you'll be thing size on your profile, on their profile too. Saw this coming years ago. We're so focused in the wrong areas. It's crazy. But anyways, I want to just speak on that because I've been noticing a lot of talk in that direction. And I just wanted to set it straight. You don't need all that. You don't. Be an anomaly in your own way. And it's funny, you look at Bezos, Musk, Jobs, all these people, they're not any of those descriptions. And you even look at certain athletes in the soccer world, Ronaldo, Messi. These guys don't fit all that. How come they're doing well? So be an anomaly. Don't listen to what they're all saying. It's a bunch of noise and distractions. Get focused. Do what you need to do. Don't dwell on what you cannot change. Accept yourself and expand on yourself. That's it. Well, thank you so much for watching the video. If this video gave you value in any way, subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more. Other than that, may God bless you, and I'll see you next video.